So Tony, on the socials,
Yeah.
a lot of people have been asking us about this feeling of anxiety and how they cope with things. And the big conversation is about them feeling uncertain. So what is uncertainty?
Well, a possible interpretation is anxiety arises when we're no longer able to predict or control what's happening next.
And I'm guessing that right now, at this point in our history, it is actually impossible to predict or control what's going to happen next. And even if you're looking at some of the graphs of the uptake of coronavirus by country, you can see that's almost predictable, but we don't even know what's coming in on our news stream day in, day out, and we're trying to make sense of this.
Yeah, it's a day-by-day proposition, and we can think we're thinking a lot in this time. What's going to happen next? I'm trying to make sense of what's going on, but it's near impossible because it's changing so fast. So rather than thinking about uncertainty and the mood of anxiety, which seem to go hand in hand, is that it is a thinking thing because we're always worried about what's going to happen next, but it's a body thing. Because we're living in the future of trying to predict and control, it's an edgy feeling, it's an unsettling feeling. It's you see it walking down the street with people, there's a look on their face and there's a bit of tension in their stride about, I need to take control, I need to understand it. But, in this time of uncertainty, is that that's probably not taking care of us in a way that has us more adaptable and free and flexible in these moments, when we probably need to more embody that sort of way of thinking about what's going on.
So you're saying that we're busy trying to predict what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
And when we do that, it affects our body and it affects our mood. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
And
absolutely.
so my natural question is there a choice? Can you be different around this? Can you find a new way of thinking that helps you not feel like that? Because for me, as soon as you say uncertainty, it's a feeling thing. But you're saying that there's a thinking that's happening alongside the feeling?
Yeah, if there's a thinking thing about fearing the future or what's going to happen to my family, my job, my identity, my life, and the life of those who I really love, is that then there's a mood. And that mood could be anxiety or, one of those other unconstructive moods that happen. And then there's a physiological response, and all this happens at once. So there is another way to deal with this. What if we were to shift our story about what's happening, which will shift our mood, which will enable us to show up differently and feel differently in our body? So there is another way of managing this.